Our elders warned us about stories like this. In many African villages, there are rules passed down through generations. Rules meant to protect, not to frighten. This is one of those stories. There is a skull at the edge of the forest. It has been there for 100 years. One man spoke to it. It answered him, and those few words he heard, he should have kept to himself. He did not, and that was the last mistake he ever made. Tonight we tell the story of Kolade, a hunter who witnessed something sacred and chose an audience over wisdom. This story has been told for generations across West Africa. If you value the stories our elders warned us about, remember to subscribe. There was a village at the edge of a great forest in West Africa. The people there understood something that took no teaching. The forest was alive, not with noise, with presence, the kind you feel before you hear anything, the kind that tells you you are not alone in here. The elders had one rule about the forest. What it shows you is shown to you alone. You do not bring forest matters back to the village. Most people understood this without being told twice. Kolade was not most people. Kolade was a gifted hunter, sharp instincts, steady hands, fearless in the forest. But outside the forest, he carried one weakness. He could not hold what he witnessed. Every rare thing he saw became a story. Every story needed a room. Every room needed to go quiet when he entered. His mother said to him once, "Kolade, your mouth will one day open a door you cannot close." He laughed. He was still laughing the evening he found the skull. It was late afternoon. The light had turned that deep gold that comes just before the forest goes dark. Kolade was heading home, catch in hand, spirits high. Then he saw it, half buried in the earth beside the path, bleached pale, ancient, still, a human skull. Most men would have walked past it. Kolade crouched down and looked at it the way a man looks at something he is about to make his. Then he spoke to it. "Old skull, what brought you here?" He expected nothing. The jaw moved, slowly, like something that had not moved in a very long time, and in a voice like dry earth cracking open, it said, "My mouth brought me here." Kolade fell back onto the forest floor. He sat there in the dirt and the silence. The skull did not move again. The forest did not stir. 4 words, that was all it gave him. "My mouth brought me here." In those 4 words was everything. A warning, a confession, a complete life handed to him as a lesson. All Kolade had to do was stand up, walk home, and change. He stood up and ran to the palace. He arrived at the royal court breathless, still carrying the dust of the forest floor on his clothes. "Your Majesty," he said, "I have seen what no living man has seen. There is a skull on the forest path. I spoke to it, and it answered me. I swear this on my life." The court was silent. The king looked at him for a long moment. "Kolade," he said, "you are swearing on your life." "Yes, Your Majesty, on my life." 6 royal guards walked with Kolade back into the forest. The golden light was gone. The sky had turned grey. Kolade knelt before the skull. "Speak," he whispered. "Tell them what you told me." The forest was silent. "Speak," he said again, his voice lower now, unsteady. The skull said nothing. The guards looked at Kolade, then at each other. Then they turned back toward the village. The king's judgment was brief. A man who swears on his life and cannot deliver has already named his own price. By the time the moon rose over the forest, Kolade was gone, and in the silence that followed, when no guard remained, when no footstep could be heard, the skull opened its jaw one final time and said, "Your mouth brought you here." The skull did not punish Kolade. The forest did not punish him. Kolade walked into that consequence himself, one word at a time. The encounter in the forest was private, sacred, meant only for him. What the skull said was not a story to be told. It was a mirror to be looked into. But Kolade could not receive something privately. He needed it witnessed. He needed it confirmed by a king. He needed the room to go quiet. And that need, that hunger to be seen, was exactly what the skull had warned him about. His mouth had already brought him there before he ever opened it. This story has traveled for 1,000 years because the warning inside it does not age. Not every encounter is meant to become a performance. Not every blessing survives being announced. The mouth that cannot be still will eventually say the thing that cannot be taken back. Before you sleep tonight, think of one thing you are holding. A plan, a blessing, something still forming. Ask yourself honestly, who have you already told that did not need to know? The skull is not in the forest. It is in the moment before you speak, when something quiet inside you says, "Not this, not now, not them." Listen to that. That is the ancestor in you, still trying to protect you. If you value the stories our elders warned us about, subscribe and help keep these traditions alive. And tell us in the comments, what warning did your elders give you as a child? Remember, some stories are not meant to scare you, but to protect you. These are the stories our elders warned us about.